Start off with a statement. Questions in the room? Questions about you?
Just a gutsy win for us, especially being back home. I think a good momentum win, having one on the road, and it was a tough win for us to be able to get this dub here. I think it was big for our momentum as we move on to Washington.
You've talked a lot about energy, pride, toughness, and either a lack of it or having more of it than the other team. Can you give an assessment of what that felt tonight?
Yeah, I felt like for the second game in a row that we were the toughest team. And I feel like anytime we bring that to the table, we're going to put ourselves in position to be able to win a basketball game. And so tonight we came out with that type of focus and intensity, and shout out to our starters. We've been on them because our starts have been not the greatest. And tonight, I just think that they just had a different type of focus.
Talk about the last game.
Yeah.
What can you say about that team grit and just having everybody back except for Nia?
Yeah, and he is a huge part of what we're trying to do here. So not having her, obviously, we're not full, we're not at our full strength, but we feel like we have enough to get things done. And so the way that we've been playing the last two games, right, we've been the hardest working team. And so because of that, we're in position to win. And it's as simple as that. I can't ask them to do anything more than what they've been doing, win or lose, right? If they're the hardest working, toughest team out there, then I'm proud. I'm proud of that regardless of the outcome, because we don't focus on the outcome.
And speaking of that, Coach, the Storm shot 40% from three in that first half, but in that third quarter is when you guys were able to keep them to just 28%, and that's where you kept them for the rest of the game. So kind of talking about the toughness and the motivation, what was the message though at halftime to just make sure that you guys really locked down on the perimeter?
Yeah, really, the halftime talk had nothing to do with that, to be honest. It had more to do with our foul discipline. I thought that we were defending well enough throughout the game, but we were putting them to the free throw line too much. Which, we just have to do a better job of doing that, of understanding how the referees are calling games and really being a little bit more disciplined in that area.
And Coach, you talked about the first unit, but I actually wanted to ask you about the second unit as well, just in terms of them coming out, particularly at the end of that first quarter and the beginning of the second quarter, being able to preserve the lead. So just executing on offense and their defensive intensity. How important has the second unit been? And to your point, not just this game, but the last couple of games.
Yeah, they came out tonight and they did their job. They executed their job. Their job is really to provide support, right? Fill in wherever they need to fill in. And I think that they're doing a good job of really taking that to heart and taking advantage of just their opportunities within our offense. Like, everybody has opportunities to be helpful within our offense, to be a scorer, to contribute. And they're doing a really good job of taking advantage of those opportunities.
So, 21-9, team out rebounded in 14. Talk about that toughness, but that inside toughness that you and the rest of your down low that they're doing this today, especially.
Oh, I take pride in that word. That's like one of my favorite words is toughness. So when she says it, I take it personal. And I think Mo did too. And we've both been really focused on that, as well as even the bench players, Kia coming in and relieving us and just playing her role well. I think we all just kind of had the mindset to be the tougher aggressor.
And we're talking about the bench team. Y'all come out and it looks like y'all dropped too much. Y'all still keep the pace. What is it about that bench mentality where y'all want to keep it going and keep it? I mean, everybody's playing over 15 minutes. It looks like. Talk about that as far as what y'all guys do. Come on.
Yeah, there's no drop off once the bench get in the game, and we just want to take pride in our role. Like, everyone knows what their role is, and like Coach said, we want to take advantage of the opportunity and minutes that we're getting. So I think that we did a great job today, and we executed, and we extended that lead for our starters.
Shan, just tonight's your season high points. How's it feel generally to come back after giving birth? And also, when your daughter was here, I saw on social media, like, what's it mean to be able to do that for her? She was here.
It's always special to be able to play well in front of her, but I have been struggling the past few games. So this game is more of a just like, whew, take a deep breath. Like, remember that you did just have a baby and just keep playing hard, keep working hard to work itself out.
You guys are able to do some great things on defense. Keeping the Storm to just one player in double digits. You guys have 5 players in double digits. So we talked a lot about defense, but what about that offensive intensity and just coming out with the offensive mindset, especially to your point, it was a 21-9 night for you, whereas the last game against the Storm about a month ago was more like 13-10 offensive intensity and mindset.
which is still pretty good.
Yeah.
Double was pretty good.
I just think the way we play, the way our offense is ran is just to always be aggressive and to always look to attack. And I think that's something that we're continuing to grow and get better as a unit, like building that chemistry together. And I think it's just going to continue to grow.
Coach, I know this is a great victory for the team. But
Yeah.
Super being able to play with her.
Yeah,
win
man.
Championship with her.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Well, just talk to her what she meant to your career and to the WNBA.
Just super special. I mean, Sue is super special. She's one of a kind. I'm not sure there's going to be anybody like her again when she leaves here. You know what I mean? That she's that special. For me in my career, I mean, I was able to play 10 years with Sue, but the success that I've had in my career, a lot of that is attributed to her. I learned a shitload from her. And it's not about the physical, it's really about the mental, how to run a team, how to, get players involved, just her leadership, different things like that. Like a lot of my success is attributed to playing with Sue and having her as a teammate and a friend for as long as I have.
And just following up on that as well, with Sue and Storm in the building,
Yeah.
Would you say that there was definitely like a different kind of energy in the
No.
building tonight, or did you guys have any extra motivation because of that?
No, I mean, like it's great, you know what I mean? It's great for Sue, but that wasn't our motivation. We really are starting to hone in more on ourselves and the things that we weren't doing well and the things that in the identity of who we want to be and what we weren't being. And so that was really our focus.
Cheyenne, I remember a few games ago, you said coach wanted you to be inside more. So you look like you not shooting the three as much, but going down in the paint much. Is that something conscientious, or you just find more?
You can say it. Say how you feel. Be honest.
Well, it did take a lot of adjusting for me, but I look at the bigger picture and I trust Coach T. I trust her vision. And so I'm buying in, if she want to be in a dunker, I'm gonna be in a dunker. I'm gonna do what I can do in a dunker, out of the dunker. So right now I'm just focused on helping this team and being the best version of myself.
For everyone, this is a sold out game, one of 5 this season. How does that affect your play? I mean, Cheyenne, they were particularly going wild for you. Like, what does that mean playing?
Just the energy, like, man, it's great. It's always great being home, especially compared to it's like day and night. Like last season, we had fans, but it's just nothing compared to the fans this season. They've been immaculate. It's the best word I can use. All in, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we can say their
Yeah.
names. We can say their names. We got Washington coming in.
DC.
They've been a pain in our butts,
Yes.
right?
Oh.
You got to change those 500.
Yeah. This has to be a pride game for us. You know what I mean? It really does. Like to lose to, it's really hard to beat a team 4 times in a season, right? And so, like, if we don't have some type of pride about that, then, I'll be disappointed in that, right? Do we have to come out and execute? Yeah, we got to do all that. But we got to have some pride about losing to a team already 3 times and having them again, another opportunity to get a dub. And I think just for our mental, it'll be really good for us to come out here and play well against them. And so that we can feel like, right, that, okay, we can beat this team. If we play the way we're supposed to play, we can beat this team. So to me, this is more of a pride game, and it'll be nice, obviously, to have, Tip in that rotation as well.
We've got one question on Zoom. Sean Schultz, go ahead.
Hi, Cheyenne. 2 quick questions for you. First of all, how is baby girl doing? And second, how do you keep this consistent going forward? This type of play.
Baby girl's doing great. And I just think just continue to do what I've been doing, which is staying locked in, staying consistent with the off the court things, watching film, continuing to get better, and the rest will flow.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, Ari has one more question for Ari.
So, you think about the Hawks and they call their second unit the bench mob. Think about the Braves, they call their second unit Banks, which was the night shift house, the 18th. I'm just curious, as you guys are starting to gel and get your groove, you got a nickname?
It's simple. It's a bench mob. That's it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All righty.
Thank you.
Thank you.